Morning, guys. Morning. It is so stinking early here, but I needed to get my October roundup done before we got too far into November, right? So it is real time, actually Wednesday, but like 5:45, 6 a.m. I'm about to have my first cup of coffee. Also, you may see 2 videos in this dress. That's okay, because I'm getting content out there, and I just finished my 100th book, Poppy Wars, and I want to cover it while it's still really fresh on my mind. But we're into November. Happy November. I hope you guys are having an incredible fall already. I'm having a really great year, though a busy one. Gosh, this year's been insanely busy so far as fall activities, things with Sophia, things with friends. It's been absolutely insane, but I digress. Still getting a ton of reading done. In fact, I covered 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Couldn't remember if it was 11 or 12. 11 books last month, which is pretty good. Anywhere between anything over 10, I'm way happy for. I got to my 100th book. So the first book I read in November was my 100th book. And I'm just really happy with it because last year was not a great reading year for me. And I told you guys January 1st that I really wanted to prioritize getting through some TBR, getting through some books that I wanted to get read, and not like scrolling social media and stuff as much. And I feel like I've done that, and I'm really happy about that. But let me go ahead and insert here all of our October reads, and we will just cover them. It's a lot of books. It's a lot of books, y'all. But I do have a cheat sheet today because it's too early in the morning to just memorize the names of all 11 books that I read. I knew I was going to forget one. Swapping back and forth between the screens, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm doing a cheat sheet this morning. This morning is for cheat sheets. So the first book I read, we'll start with like least greatest to greatest, was The Missing of the Clair de Lune. It is book 2 in that Winter's Promise series. And y'all have heard a lot on my channel about this series because I had super high hopes and expectations for it, and it fell so flat, and I just felt like it was enemies to lovers done completely wrong. Not a fan. I read book 2. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed book 1 because they were a little nicer to her in book 2 than they were in book 1. But I digress. I still didn't like them at all. Sorry if you see any doggos in the background. For whatever reason, they are just being extremely extra this morning. Normally, I put them outside, they come inside, they curl up by my feet, and they're chill. They are up and down that hallway this morning. I think they know that my husband is getting ready to get up, and they're prepared mentally for my husband to get up. Not sure what's going on. And then I read 2 books that are based in Scotland. I'm trying to do at least 1 book a month that's based in either like Scotland, Wales, Northern England, with coming up on my trip in the summer where we're going to those areas. So we read Highlander for Hannah. We got that one the day it came out because I'd heard so much about it from the ARC and on TikTok, and it was so freaking cute. Absolutely loved it. It was adorable. I love that they actually make Outlander references in it because I'm like, you do know you sound just like Outlander. And they almost like make fun of themselves with it. So I loved that book. Outlander for Hannah. Highlander for Hannah. Sorry. It was super cute. I just really loved that. June Reimagined I got as one of my first reads for the month. I've been trying to do better about reading some of those. I feel like, so this month is dedicated to high fantasy. I feel like December I want to get through some of these first reads that I've downloaded. I have like 10 on my Kindle that I haven't read yet, and I just want to get through some of them. So, but June Reimagined was really good. It was a lot darker and deeper that I was prepared for. I think because I read Highlander for Hannah first, and then right behind it I read June Reimagined. So I was expecting this very lightweight, happy, Scottish, romancy thing. That's not what you get with June Reimagined. It is a cute Scottish meet cutie rom-com, but it goes a lot darker and deeper because her brother has just passed away. And it talks about addictions, it talks about AA, it talks about dealing with your own demons a lot, being not in the right place for a relationship at the time. Really enjoyed that one because it dealt with a lot of like the harder truths of love, but also was super cute. So June Reimagined, really liked that one. It was adorable. Love in a Time of Serial Killers, that was, I feel like, yeah, that was my last book that I read in October. It was really cute. Let me down just a smidgen. I think I gave it 4 stars. Just because, I don't know, I feel like they could have did a little bit more with the serial killer aspect of it. Essentially, it is a young woman who is, doing her dissertation, her doctoral stuff on serial killer and true crime and things like that. And she believes at the very beginning of the book that her neighbor is a serial killer, but very quickly she just is like, no, he's not. And then she has a crush on him, but then she's so messed up that she can't like be in a relationship. And she's dealing with her father's death and things like that. But I just wish they would have had a little bit more of the suspicion of him being a serial killer stuff, because it was really cute when they did do it. But it just was a truth that they let go really early in the book, and I thought that they could have extended that a little bit more, like had her like spying on him and being really cute about it. But they didn't. They let that go very early in the book, and I wish they would have dragged it out a little bit more. That was my only complaint. Other than that, super cute book. We read books 4 and 5 of the Mercy Thompson series. I'm actually already reading book 6 in that series. It's just super cute. I feel like I keep saying cute. It's a super good series about a coyote woman who is married to the alpha of a werewolf pack. I'm actually getting ready to start the sub-series of that one, Alpha and Omega. Yeah, I just really, really am enjoying that series. Just working my way through it slowly, maybe like a book a month or so. I read 2 in October, but they're really good and I enjoy them. Oh, Dragon's Bride by Katie Robert. Okay, here's my beef with, I loved Dragon's Bride, right? I loved Dragon's Bride. It was a cute book. It was romancy. It had a good story. I'm going to read book 2 in the series, because basically, these women at the beginning of the book make a deal with the demon, and then they are put on this auction block to be married off to different various monsters. And so this is the story of the one who is married to the dragon, but you know, there's other women who are married to other creatures, and I want to read their stories also. It's by Katie Robert, and it was really good, and I just read it in like a day or 2. So I turned around and I was like, oh, I'm going to read another Katie Robert novel. She just had one come out like a few days ago. I'm going to read that. So I read Court of the Vampire Queen. And I was disappointed. There wasn't enough story for me in Court of the Vampire Queen, or else it came too late in the story that I was checked out mentally. But like the first half of the book is nothing but her sleeping with these vampires. No story, no girth to it. And it just, I don't know, it wasn't as good as The Dragon Bride. So I was like, ugh. But it's okay, because I'm not going to like not give her another chance or something. But I was just kind of like disappointed a little bit in Court of the Vampire Queen, because I thought it had a lot of potential. And it just wasn't there for me. It wasn't great for me. I think I only gave that one like 2 or 3 stars. Legends and Lattes. I finally read it this month, you guys. Ugh, I finally read Legends and Lattes this month. It was just as good as Book Talk told me. It was just as good as my friends told me. It was so cozy. One of my D&D characters is based off of the Half-Orc, Viv. Just absolutely loved that book. Legends and Lattes. If you're looking for a cozy fall read Legends and Lattes. It's just as good as everyone else is saying. Loved it. Wish I could reread it for the first time again. The Maidens. Okay, so I am becoming a big fan of this author. Alex Michaelides, I think his name is. I'm probably saying his last name wrong. But last month I read his The Silent Patient. And then this month I read The Maidens. Both were excellent thrillers. Did not see the endings coming. Amazing. Absolutely loved The Maidens. And then rounding it out, we read Icebreaker. That was another one that I think we got the day it came out. Really, 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 really cute book. Absolutely loved the main female character in it. Loved the male character in it. They were hot together. It was just a good book. It was I think it's a standalone right now, but I'm sure the author's going to do more in that world. She left it open to do so. And yeah, really, 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 really liked that book. I'm looking for my paperback copy, but I don't need it. I like that book so much that after I got it on KU, I went ahead and got the paperback. But, alright guys, I've been on here way too long this morning. I love you guys so, so, so much. I'm going to drink my coffee and be back to talk about Poppy Wars, okay? Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday, and have a wonderful rest of your day.